How's it going, guys? Luis here, and it's time for another Q&A episode. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I said I would do one last month, but college finals and college in general really caught up with me, so sorry about that. Time to finally do another episode of AskGVN, and for those of you new here, because a lot of you guys recently subscribed this past 2 months, it's a series where I answer your guys' questions via Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook with the hashtag AskGVN. So if you want to be part of the next episode, leave a question via Twitter with the hashtag AskGVN, or leave a comment below with your question. So first off, we're going to start with Twitter, and let's see what you guys had to ask.
When does your current semester end? So we can get more of you, Luis.
Well, at the time of filming this, December 14th, today was my last final. I am officially free until, I think, January 20-something, so I got like a month break off, so I'm enjoying it. I'm going to play some video games, going to work on some videos, obviously, and yeah, glad to be back. And I don't feel like I ever left from the community. I've always been pretty active in the comment section and on YouTube, but I'm glad to be fully focused on YouTube and get a month away from college. Krato938 asks, what's your favorite controller for retro gaming systems? I'm a really big fan of the Super Nintendo controller and the NES controller. Ergonomically, the NES controller, it shouldn't be that comfortable. It's literally just a rectangle, but I really enjoy it, and I found more love for it once I started playing the NES Classic Edition. But more specifically, the Super Nintendo controller, I love it. It's so perfectly curved, and the fact that it has shoulder buttons, it's just ergonomically, it's a very great controller to play games with. Shout out to the Intellivision controller though. You know, that thing ergonomically was like second place. Zelda Fan 1002 asked, I want to get into the Kingdom Hearts series. To you, what order should I play them in, and what's the best way to do so? So if you guys didn't know, I'm a really big Kingdom Hearts fan. It's probably my favorite series of all time, and I'm super excited for Kingdom Hearts 2.8 in January. So if you were about to jump into the Kingdom Hearts series, first off, you should get the PS3, because it's the best way to play Kingdom Hearts at the moment. Just get the 1.5 HD collection and 2.5 HD collection, and you pretty much have every single Kingdom Hearts game ever released except the 3DS game Dream Drop Distance. That's being re-released on the PS4 through the 2.8 collection coming out in January. But if you can play all the games except the 3DS game, I think you should be good. You can look up a Let's Play of the 3DS game, or just play it on the 3DS, it'll be fine. I think the best order to play them is in order of the release date, not chronological order. And the reason behind that is because even though, let's say Birth by Sleep came out later after Kingdom Hearts 2, and even though Birth by Sleep came out, or chronologically, it takes place years before Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a really cool thing for them to sort of go back and explain, hey, you know this thing in Kingdom Hearts 2? Well, the reason why this thing is this, or why this person looks like this, is because this really big thing happened 10 years ago. Tales of Victory 6 asks, what games are you most excited for next year? Well, of course, I'm excited for the Nintendo Switch and all the potential games coming out with it, so like Zelda, the 3D Mario game, Pikmin 4, and whatever else they want to announce. But more specifically, games that are already announced. Super hyped up for the new South Park game, really excited for Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Debating on importing it, even though it only comes out a week earlier in Japan than America. And then the English version of Persona 5. But I already have it in Japanese, but I only understand like 60% of the game, so the English version will be a lot of fun to play again and then understand completely. But I guess overall, besides Nintendo games, RPGs are like my thing right now. Tyrant Lizard 45 asks, will you make an appearance at a Canadian convention someday, preferably Fan Expo or Anime North? I've never been to Canada, but I really want to go, especially because a lot of my streaming audience is from Canada. Pretty cool, so shout out to you guys. I really want to go. I could probably go like when I get a break like this where I have a month off from school. There's nothing specifically I want to attend to. If anything, I would just be down to go to Canada even if there's nothing going on and just like go to see the sights. But as far as any like planned things happening in the future, nothing specifically just yet, but if an opportunity comes up, I'll definitely take advantage of it. Inferno Kid 1412 asked, who do you main in Smash Brothers? Quite honestly, I haven't played Smash Brothers in a very long time just because of school and YouTube work, obviously. The last main I had was Corrin, or Kamui, and Pink Yoshi. Jonathan H_00 asked, what games do you see launching for the Switch? 3D Mario game, Pikmin 4, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have the suspicion that we're gonna get a new Punch-Out game just because the Joy-Con controllers seem so perfect for it. I mean, look at the controllers. Ergonomically, they don't make any sense. Like, I don't want to use the Joy-Con controllers. But if you play a game so simple in design like Punch-Out, where it's literally just move left to right and press a button to punch, it makes so much more sense. Like, multiplayer Punch-Out on the Switch would make so much more sense with the two Joy-Con controllers. So I'm gonna say Punch-Out, and then on a more out there prediction, I'm gonna say Kid Icarus Uprising, the sequel for the Switch. You heard it here first. Numb the Burn asks, do you think Persona 5 may be better than the great Persona 4? Well, I'm about 65 hours into Persona 5 already, about 80% done with the game, and so far, yeah, I like Persona 5 a lot more than Persona 4 Golden, and I really love Persona 4 Golden, so that says a lot. So those were Twitter questions. Now we're going to move on to Instagram. So if you want to ask a question through Instagram, you can follow me at Luis-GVN. Yahir Patalan2516 asks, when did you get your first console and what console was it? So when I was born, my father had already bought a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64, so I guess my first consoles were the Super Nintendo and the N64, and I've had them since the day I was born. Those were my favorite consoles of all time. Played a ton of Super Mario World, but more or less really focused on the N64 because it was the newer system, and I played Mario 64, Smash Brothers, Crystal Shards from Kirby. A ton of N64 games. Loved the system to death, and I still own the very same system I owned since 1996. Kevin Online asks, what inspired you to become a content creator on YouTube? Pretty much having an outlet to talk about things I give a crap about, so video games of course. More recently I really like anime, so I like talking to anime with people in my community here on the channel, on Discord and Twitter. But I just like being able to discuss things of interest with other people that also like that stuff. InforKid asks, who do you main in Smash Brothers? We answered this one already. Fred_Clark19 asks, do you have any predictions for the Nintendo Switch event happening in January? I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a showcase of 5 to 8 games in January. Probably most of them being games or demos we saw already that are Wii U ports, but enhanced ports. GameCube Virtual Console, tech specifics of course, a price of $250 to $350. March 17th release date. Pikmin 4 being rebranded as Pikmin, just a brand new reboot to the series. And some series that we haven't seen in a while, or a sequel to a series we haven't seen in a while. So my guess, Kid Icarus or Punch-Out! And that's pretty much all the questions I got for this Q&A episode. Thank you to everyone that sent in their questions. I really do appreciate it. Especially those of you that sent in videos, because I really like being able to see what you guys look like and interact with you guys more face to face than just a text question. But regardless, thank you to everyone that sent in a question. If you want to be part of the next video, leave a comment below with your question or send it to me on Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter with the hashtag AskGVN. And because this month and this last month were some of the biggest months in terms of growth and community on my channel, like we got a ton of subscribers, a ton of views, and revenue has been through the roof in terms of like compared to my usual stuff. So thank you to everyone. Welcome everyone that's joined the channel so far. And again, big thank you, because like that revenue is definitely going to help me pay for the next editing machine. If you guys don't know, I shoot 4K video of course, but I edit on a 2012 MacBook Pro, which is a pain in the ass to edit 4K video with. So hopefully I'm going to get a new editing machine within the next 2 months to make editing 4K video much more seamless and less painful to do. But anyway, I didn't want to bring this up to brag or anything. What I do want to do is give away these things. If you guys didn't know or watched the last video I did a video on these converters that let you use Xbox One controllers on your PS4 and your PS4 controllers / PS3 controllers on your Xbox One. I don't really need them, so instead of them just sitting in my office, I thought I should give them to one of you guys. Now this is going to be only available to people in the United States just because it's kind of a pain to ship internationally. It's also incredibly expensive, and as some of you guys know, I am a college student with a lot of debt. Like, I don't have money to send this stuff out to other parts of the world. So if you're in the United States, you're available to enter the giveaway to win these, and you'll get both of them. So whether you have an Xbox One or a PS4, you should be set to go. And if you only have one of these, then give the other one to somebody for Christmas, or you'll probably get these after Christmas. Give it to them after Christmas? I don't know. Anyway, to enter the giveaway, it's pretty simple. Just be a resident in the United States or have an address in the United States, and then check out the Gleam link in the description below for all the required steps to enter. And I'll try to ship out the prize or announce the winner within a week, and then ship out the prize towards the late end of December or very early January. And while you wait for my next video to come out, you can check out my last 2 videos. I just put up that video showing you guys how you can use your Xbox One and PS4 controllers on whatever console you pretty much want, as well as a review of The Last Guardian on the PS4 Pro. You can also click on my face to subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the Twitter icon to follow me on Twitter. You should definitely do that for cool behind the scenes stuff. And scan the Snapchat code to follow me on Snapchat. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day and a better holiday. And I'll see you guys in the next one.